whatever we do, change comes. Coming with the implosion of our imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's how we cope with this change. Will we respond rationally? Will we learn to speak to the world with a new humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it.
Oh, well. Beep, beep, beep. This thing on? Hopefully. We're streaming with OBS, baby. Whoa. Welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. I'll be your host. My name's Manuel Chavez III, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. And boy, oh boy, been a rough day. Been a rough day, folks. Poor Lunchy. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she's not doing good. And by not doing good, I mean she's not doing good. She's not been eating. She's not drinking nothing. I don't know, man. She started puking stuff up yesterday, and then there was like some bile, and then all of a sudden we got red puke, and I was like, what? And it was like foamy redness. It's not something that I think any dog should be coughing up. So, like, we had to take her over to the freaking vet. $700 later, shit's expensive as fuck, man. So I'm broke as fuck. I'm pretty sure Cherie's broke as fuck. We just broke as fuck out here. So we're out here. We're playing for Lunchy. So obviously,
Faded History has donated $4.99 and says praying for Lunchy.
Thank you, Faded History, for your generous donation for Little Miss Lunchy. We appreciate that shit. And as you can see, I'm using that thing that I had before, and I'm trying to get it to work a lot better. We also
Christina
appreciate...
has donated $1.99.
She didn't even leave a message. But I'm seeing that picture right now, and I'm like... I'm a pig. I'm a pig. So yeah, we're on a little bit late, but that's just because I've been kind of hanging with the little young boss and stuff, trying to make sure that she be doing all right. And so far, I think she's doing okay. She's doing okay. She's just laying on the bed being lethargic. I see that she actually tried to eat some of her food here a little bit ago, which was nice, but it ain't good, man. It ain't good. I don't know if it's like, the last time that poor little Lunchy went to the doctor was the last time that she got pregnant, right? Well, after she got pregnant, after she had her babies or whatever, she was having pancreatitis. So, we got stuff to get that fixed. But they did x-rays. They didn't find any obstructions. They just saw that she had a lot of gas, and it seems like, maybe it's something up with her stomach. They test her for a few other things. Gave me a whole bag of shit. All this shit's pretty expensive, though. Like, I don't even know what half this stuff is, but, I gotta squeeze it into her mouth, and she's gonna be super pissed off at me, whatever this diet gel stuff is. I don't know what it is. One-time use syringe to maintain healthy intestinal tract. May give it to an upset stomach and digestive system first. So we're thinking it's that, but it basically just means no more good food for Lunchy. Yeah, no more good food for Lunchy. Lunchy's going to be stuck eating the not-so-good food. Yep, the not-so-good food. That sucks for her, but everyone else, well, I guess we're just going to have to deal. So let's just say, hey, do some shout outs. So shout out to CV. How you doing out there? Shout out. Thank you very kindly. Shout out to Faded History again. Thank you very much for that generous donation. Thank you to JR Riggs for popping up and saying, what's up, dude? How you doing? Rise above. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Nice to see a mass genocide. And yeah, you're hella worried about Lunchy. I've been hella worried about Lunchy too, and having anxiety and shit. It's not good. And I'm already got enough gray hairs and shit as it is. So it's just more anxiety for me. I hope I don't have a heart attack. Penelope, thanks for sending good vibes to Lunchy. We appreciate you coming through here, hanging out with us over here in the danger zone. I don't know where that came from. How's it going, Sam Adams 73? Nice little profile pic. You heard the turd. No, I didn't actually hear any turds. I just heard Little Lunchy's there. How's it going to Sam Dogs? Little late. My B Trumpy's back. Yep, we haven't even gotten into that. We've just been talking about Lunchy. So you are so totally real. What's up again to Christina? Appreciate you coming over here. Happy to yours when she swallowed something. Oh man, and damn, we just got a donation from mass genocide straight through the motherfucking Streamlabs app. We got to appreciate that. Thank you very much, mass genocide, for that $10 on that Streamlabs app. We appreciate that shit. Thank you very much. The direct donations are always the best ones because they can help now as opposed to in 45 days or so. But either way, we love them donations. So thank you for coming through for us, my friends, and you. And what's up? What's up, Gozarian? Oh, the Gozarian? What's a Lunchy? Lunchy's my dog. She's my puppy. That's my little tiny puppy. And how's it going, Ace Bat Sue? I don't think I've seen that name in the chat for a little while, but hello. What's up, Phelan One? Hello. How are you doing? We're going to try to give her some, baby foods and stuff like that. She's eating, specially formulated, super expensive as fuck food for Lunchy, but we're going to give it all a try. Jimmy Faze is pissed. Damn, he's only pissed. That dude's usually spamming the chat like fucking crazy. So, I mean, for him only being pissed, that's there. How's it going, Tony Washisha? Wasasi. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. But hello, and thank you for your prayers for Lunchy. I hope they help. Prayers usually help. Dollars help more. But either way, it's all about whatever you can do and what you want to give out here. This is a Lunchy-thon now. This is a Lunchy-thon. Pray for Lunchy. In the arms of Jesus. What's up, Thrice Greatest? Nice to see you out there. Wow. See, already seems to be working. It's not messing stuff up anymore. I like it. I can deal with it. We can actually see the chats from Rumble, even though people over on Rumble don't even seem to chat. I don't know if it's because they don't know the chat exists or what, but let's just, do a little testy poo. Yep, it does. There, it works. It does work. See, look, I can even... Woo! It works. It works! Okay, cool. So, yeah, poor Lunchy. We're going to be grifting for Lunchy for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully she comes out of this and is okay with it. I'd bring her over here and, show it to you. Unless I should. Lunchy! Come here, Chi-Chis. Are you okay? Are you hiding? Yeah, are you hiding? Are you okay, sweet baby? Are you okay, sweet baby? Are you okay? I don't want to hurt you. You've been sitting on the bed for a long time, Lunchies. So, how are you doing now, sweet girl? Are you okay, sweet girl? Are you okay, my sweet mama? I don't want you to die. You're just really expensive. What did you eat, honey? Did you eat some chicken bones or something? Do you cut your insides? What's going on with you? You hungry? You got a bunch of food over there in your bowl. It's that good Royal Canin dog food that the veterinarian says is the best for you at this time of need. I don't want to have to give you the syringe full of all the yucky stuff. You're okay, Hummer. You want to go back on the bed? Oh. Easy, tiger. You don't gotta jump. Easy, little tiger. You don't gotta jump. You don't gotta jump. Sucks, man. Sucks, man. But, oh, damn. Thank you to Drew P. Something for the Lunchy Fund right there. Thank you very much.
P904 has donated $5 and says Little Lunchy Fund.
Many prayers. Thanks for that $5 super chat. We appreciate that. And as you can see now, we're going to make sure that them super chats get some TPS action for you because we want to just keep bringing you the good stuff. Yep, we do want to see it works. Yep, and yes, sir, it does work. We do have it interconnected. Let's just check our CPUs 20, GPUs only at 6. I like it. Now we just have to figure out how to get a guest in here without it sucking ass. I don't even know if we're ever going to be able to figure that out, but we're going to try. Or we're going to fail. Either way, we're going to do something. Yeah, I saw your little positive booby girl link, but, I can't be looking at that on the stream there, Barry Merritt. Can't be doing that. And Dremp409, or it's like a _P or something like that. Who knows who that is, but we appreciate you. I'm just saying it's Drew, even though it's an _P. Drew P904. Appreciate that. So who knows? Who knows what's going to be happening with it, but we have the studio. We got the full Grift experience available for you guys, and I mean, if we even got the Pretzel Rocks music right here. Oh yeah, I don't know if it's loud enough and you can hear it. Put it right there, just like in the background. I can hear it loud as fuck. I don't know why. I can hear everything loud as fuck. My ears are too good. Earlier I was walking in Walmart and I just kept on hearing me, and I was like, the fuck is that, man? And this lady was standing there and she couldn't hear it, and I was like, you can't fucking hear that shit? bitch, you can't hear that? And she was like, no, I can't. I was like, how old are you? And she's like, I'm in my 30s. And I'm like, okay, so we're both in our 30s, and I can hear it, you can't. I don't know what that shit's all about, man. But it's fucking weird. I don't know what's going on with the world today. I feel like something's happening. Yep. I feel like something's happening in the world today. Damn. Tony watches us. Says his cat got a urinary block. It's $2,000 to unblock. Permanently has to eat raw canned dog food, and then it's expensive. Yeah, it is. Fuck. Holy shit. It's too expensive. It's about as expensive as I don't even know, man. I love Lunchy, but damn. Do I love Lunchy now? I gotta work more. I gotta work just to buy dog food. It's not good. It's a bad situation, bitches. It's a bad situation, and I don't know what we're gonna do about it. We can try to do something, but who knows? And don't be saying that shit's tinnitus. That shit's not tinnitus, bro. There was a fucking noise. I tracked it to the source. There was a noise. It was a real noise. It was electric. Electric, high-pitched humming that only I can hear because my ears are amazing. Yes. I have the most amazing ears out there. I have the most amazing ears. The ears, they're so amazing. Oh my God. You just wish you had these kinds of amazing ears. Yes. Maybe you did. I don't know. So I was supposed to like put out some news and shit today or whatever. I do have some links up here that I wanted to talk about or whatever that I thought might be beneficial for everything. But I mean, dude, where do we even start? Where do we even start on this situation? Do we start with Lunchy? Do we start with the reality of the word? Or do we just sit there and we look at the teeny tiny amount and just say, I guess it's just how it's going to be for the nowadays? I don't know. Probably the biggest piece of news that I saw today be this right here, dog. Donald motherfucking Trump has returned to not only YouTube, but also Facebook. And he finally even did a little message to everybody saying, sup, bitches? I'm back.
Keep you waiting. Complicated business. Complicated.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. Woo! Yep, that's right. Trump 2024. And I mean, this is pretty crazy. The only thing that he ain't got back or he hasn't tweeted on yet is his Twitter account, right? He hasn't sent anything out on Twitter. Only platform he seems to have not said anything about, but it doesn't seem to have stopped him any because YouTube seems to be pretty much on the ball. And I mean, it's still not showing you the channel up and directly up into your face. Oh, now it is. It is now. Last time I checked, it wasn't. But yeah, his entire YouTube channel back online. He's got the I'm back video up on there. It's already got 257,000 views after just 9 hours. Not the kind of numbers that we're used to seeing from good old Trumpy Trump, but you know what? The algorithm fucks with everybody, including me. I wouldn't expect a guy like Trump to not be affected by that. And obviously, Trump's got a contract with Truth Social, so he's probably not going to be bossing around on Twitter at any time in the very near future. But as soon as his exclusivity contract with the whole Truth Social joint goes live, I'm sure we're probably going to see a lot more coming out of his neck of the woods, so to speak. I mean, it's pretty big, dude. I'm back. Yeah, he's back. He's back, Jack. I'm gonna try something real quick. Hold on. Beep, 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 beep. Maybe if I just like line this up with the, yeah, there you go. That way the chat's got it nice, got the nice background on it. You know, it just looks a little bit nicer that way. It's just a little bit nicer. Looks a little bit better. Thanks, Trump. We appreciate you, dude. I mean, he's on Facebook too. Did I even look up his Facebook or whatever? I don't know. I gotta probably I gotta fucking pull that up, man. Fucking Facebook, motherfucking Facebook. Hate Facebook. Hate that Facebook shit. Hate that Facebook shit. It is not too legit. That Facebook shit. Let's see. Donald J. Trump, political candidate. Here we go. Yep, he does have his page back. Look at that, baby. Came back 9 hours ago. Posted on back 123,000 likes. Why not? 34,000 comments, 25,000 shares. God, it's great to be American. Woo! Is this even going to let me tweet? Okay, shared it. And then I'm going to laugh, actually. I'm going to change that to a laugh. Let's go to his actual page right here. Wow, dude. Only 33 people are following the page, but he's got 34 million followers, but only 33 people are following the page. I guess that's only 33 people have clicked the little button that says following, so you actually see his posts or whatever all the time. But let's see if that number actually pulls up. Oh no, those are the people this page is following. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got that. That makes a lot more sense. Sorry, I don't use Facebook. This shit's hella boomer. Yeah, that means he's only following 33 people. I got that. That was a hella boomer moment for me right there. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Only 33 people you following, dog? Since when can you follow somebody on Facebook? Who even uses Facebook anymore? I don't even fucking like Facebook anymore. But you know what? I see it happening. I see him going down. He's got his opponent, Joe Biden, 12 million followers to his 34 million followers. But this dude beat this dude in the election. I mean, it's an amazing thing to see. I didn't think it was going to be something that I would have ever seen in my entire lifetime. But then again, who the fuck am I? Just some fat shit sitting in front of his computer. What do I know other than to say, hey, welcome to the Griftcast. I like money. Send me money now. Thank you. And if you'd like to be able to send us money, at least just a little bit more effectively, go to griftcast.com, where you could get in on all your grifting needs with your boy, Manschwell. Also, it just links over to our link tree, which will allow you to talk and do whatever it is that you do. I'll go ahead and drop that into the Rumble chat for you guys right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop that over into the YouTube chat right now for you, just so you can have it. There you go. There you go, bitch. Don't say I never did nothing for you. But yes, when you head over to Griftcast IRL's website, you can hit the Streamlabs donation. You can get our PayPal, Venmos, Cash Apps, our freaking merch store. You can buy EMP shields, coffee brand coffee, DreamHost web hostings. Heck, you can even join our locals. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. Heck, you can even get on Sir Gene's podcast if you want. And you can even email us, do whatever you like. We just like to be able to give you guys all of the great links, and we add everything there first so you guys can find pretty much everything associated with us. Probably still one of the best tools we got out there. So if you're looking to hit us up with a little something like Mass Genocide did just a little bit ago, you can use that Streamlabs donation button. Yes, sir. Or you can go buy some merch right there, and every time you buy merch, it pops up with a nice little notification so we can know that you're badass, purchase some cool shit. And just look at it as a donation, folks. We got beanies, Grift Band shirts, jackets, hats, freaking tie-dye, slippers. We got everything. We got everything that is dope. And we got them for men's and women's too, so don't even trip, homie. We got them for both, all right? You can look sexy as fuck and still get grifted. That's what I like to say. That's what I like to say. And as always, we got... Oh, sorry, that's the wrong button. As always, we got to get supported by our boys, Coffee Brand Coffee. You can use promo code Griftcast to save yourself a little bit of money when you go out there to Coffee Brand Coffee and try to buy yourself some nice, delicious coffee. Also, if you click that link right there, you get an extra 5% off on your next order. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? And it's quality cocos, teas, grinders, K-cups, those beans that are covered in chocolate that are pretty bomb that everybody likes to eat. I mean, honestly, we just got a bunch of really dope shit. So check them out today. I guarantee you're totally gonna like it. Yep, you are totally gonna like it. At least I totally like it, right? So now there you go. We did our grift segment. Almost forgot to grift. Ha! How can I forget to grift? We're supposed to be grifting for Lunchy. She's fighting for her life over here. What are we gonna do? I don't know. All I really know how to do is grift, baby. It's what our job is. It's what we do now. We own the grift. We own the Griftcast now. Hey, what's going on here? What's going on here with you? Excuse me. Why are you all out of focus, webcam? To get some spit on you? Turn off the autofocus. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I fixed it. There we go. That seemed to work pretty good. Yep, that seemed to work pretty good. So, how do we move forward from all of this stuff, man? I don't know, man. I don't know. All I really do know is that the world is a strange place, my friends. It's a strange place and weird raw shit be happening all over the place, but I'm not here to alarm anyone or anything. I'm just going to warn you that, you know what? There might be some mutated frogs and shit running around here in the near future. That's right. There was some breaking news from good old Raw Alerts that said 400,000 gallons of radioactive water has leaked from the Monticello, Minnesota power plant. Yes, state agencies are monitoring the leaks from the nuclear plant, but leakages have been happening. Yes, that's right. 400,000 gallons of radioactive water is leaked from a nuclear plant in Monticello, Minnesota. The Minnesota Department of Health and other agencies are currently monitoring the Xcel Energy Monticello nuclear plant after over 400,000 gallons of water containing radioactive water and chemicals has leaked into the ground at the site. The agency says that the leak hasn't left the facility or the contaminated drinking water sources. The company said there's no danger to the public. No danger to the public. Yeah, no danger. And the leakage has been happening since last year in November of 2022. But Xcel Energy Monticello nuclear plant hasn't made it public until just a few days. And the Mississippi River flows about 2 to 3 miles from the Monticello plant. Wow. That doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem, right? That doesn't seem like it's just going to be a problem, does it? You don't think it's going to be a problem? Nuclear wastewater leaking into the groundwater, which is very, very near the same water table that the Mississippi River, Mississippi. Yeah. Danger. No danger. Or many danger? Such danger. Wow, danger. Yeah. We don't know why, but we know there's danger. So that's fine. They knew it's been happening for a couple of months, but they barely told us about it today. And sure, they didn't report it for a few months now, but it kind of seems like they might have needed to remind us about that, at least let us know that there was a bit of a problem happening out there. Kind of strange, right? Our friends over in Ohio? Anybody? Yeah, it's like Ohio, right? I think that there was actually news about what was happening in Ohio that came out. I thought I had a link about it or something. But yeah, it seemed like there was a big problem in Ohio with the groundwater or the something, or them testing in something or finding something out. But yeah, sure. You know what? We got train derailments. We got nukes. We got all these things that are happening. We ain't got to worry about that shit, dog, dude. I think you're a little too worried. You're too worried. Dioxins? East Palestine? Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what people are talking about. East Palestine. That was the next big piece of news that we had to go find some beef on. But it was being reported out of The Guardian. Yes, EPA scientists have assessed the dioxin cancer risk threshold in 2010, but the federal cleanup is only triggered at far higher levels. But yes, the levels of the carcinogenic chemical near the Ohio derailment site is far above safe limit. Far above safe limits. Far above safe limits. So yes, newly released data shows that the soil in the town of East Palestine, the scene of the catastrophic train crash and chemical spills, contains dioxin levels hundreds of times greater than the exposure threshold above which the Environmental Protection Agency scientists set the threshold, saying that it pose cancer-causing risks. So, wouldn't you know, all that shit people were talking about, how that town is basically dead and the water right now is pretty much 100% correct, because it's in the soil. It's probably in the water. It's probably everywhere. The only place it probably ain't in is the air in the spices that they were testing, right? Right. The EPA's proposed lowering the cleanup threshold to reflect the science around the highly toxic chemical, but the Obama administration killed the rules and the higher federal action threshold remains in place. Through the dioxin levels in East Palestine are far below the federal action threshold, and the EPA administrator last week told Congress that the levels were very low. Chemical experts, including former EPA officials who reviewed the data, are calling them concerning. Yes, concerning. The levels found in 2 soil samples are also 14 times higher than dioxin soil limits in some states, and the number points to a wider contamination, says Linda Brinbaum, the former head of U.S. National Toxicology Program and an EPA scientist. Damn, those EPA scientists coming through out here saying some crazy shit. That's what I should be thinking about. And it's interesting because they've already deemed this place as an EPA Superfund site, which was really fast just considering how all that happened. And I mean, they've gotten the ball rolling on the cleanup situation, but how are you supposed to get this figured out, sorted out, when soil samples are found to have 14 times higher concentrations than the limits in some states, right? They're saying that the levels aren't screaming high, but we have confirmed that dioxins exist in the soil, and that means that the EPA must test the soil in the area more broadly, because this is probably an after effect, right, of the vinyl chloride that they were burning days after the train wreck. It was getting dispersed all throughout the area, raising, and then finally finding its rest somewhere in the soils. So, I mean, it's probably going to be pretty bad, and it only gets worse when all of that stuff on the top gets wet and then rain runs it off into the water sources, and then that's when you start actually having what's a pretty big problem. I can't think that that's actually going to be a pretty big problem. Yep. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy Faze, you'll probably wear a shirt. That's great. You can head on over to the Griftcast IRL merch store. You can purchase one, and it'll be shipped right to your house, because that's how we grift out here, baby. Money first, shirt second, baby. Yeah. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Chemicals are highly persistent and can accumulate and stay in for years in the environment or human bodies, among other health issues. So now we got more big health issues, more environmental disasters that even the dumbest environmentalists can look at and say, oh no, this is a major problem, bro. Yeah, huge problem. Interestingly enough, though, we're not seeing a lot of people actually, reporting on this, looking at the ground news thing. There just hasn't been a whole lot of folks that have been talking about the carcinogenic chemical levels around the area. Maybe it's because they're trying to push the East Palestine disaster off into a different situation. But, I mean, what are we really going to have to say or do? It just seems that there's a lot going on with that particular situation. We got radioactive water leaking into the ground. We got freaking trains dumping their toxins everywhere. I mean, it's just a regular knockdown, drag out, fucking son of a bitch kind of time right now, dog. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Or maybe. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything new, but who cares? Who cares, dude? Well, I care, obviously. There's a lot of good shit going on. Yeah. It's very concerning to me what's happening. But hey, that's life, right? It should be concerning to you when it's happening with everyone else, but not concerning pretty much anyone out there. Our good friends over at the Red State have actually reported something today that Hunter Biden is trying to have it both ways after suing the repair shop owner over a laptop. That's right. He's trying to have it both ways, just like, he normally has it. Or whatever. But yeah, Hunter Biden does not concede in his lawsuit that he dropped off the laptop, received an invoice, or neglected to pick it up. In response to such claims by Mac Isaac, the filing states, Mr. Biden is without knowledge sufficient to admit or deny the allegations. What? What? New. Hunter Biden sues laptop repair shop owner citing invasion of privacy. The lawsuit, a countermove against John Paul Mac Isaac, escalates the battle on how productive data and images of the president's son were obtained 5 years ago. Oh, yes, that's right. It's official. It's no longer bullshit. He actually did try to sue this motherfucker, and now he's saying, I'm not going to say that I dropped off the laptop, and I'm also not going to say I received an invoice or forgot to pick it up. I have no recollection of these events or whatever, but I'm still suing you for all the defamation associated to said laptop. So, is he like real? Is he not real? Is it kind of a real thing? I don't really know, but it does seem a bit strange to me that he would be trying to sue this guy over this thing, basically confirming that it is in fact his, and now he's trying to also say, but wait, it's not exactly my shit, right? It's not shit. What's interesting and pathetic, though, is that the younger Biden continues to want to have it both ways. He's currently someone who possessed the laptop for invasion of privacy, yet his lawyers are still claiming that it's not an admission and that the laptop is his. So, what you're saying is that somebody resembling you took your laptop and dropped it off over there, and it had all those pictures and shit, connections to your iCloud account, all your emails and shit like that. You're trying to tell me, you're trying to say that that's not you admitting that's your fucking laptop. You can sue somebody for invasion of privacy for having a laptop that has your shit on it, but you're not copping to say that it was your shit on it, even though this dude was like, I definitely saw this motherfucker walk into here. This is some epic levels of like ridiculousness right here. One would think that that contention might become rather sticky in court. It would seem tough to sue someone for invading your privacy when you refuse to admit the information you claim was stolen was even yours. But here we are. Hunter Biden's lawyers are claiming that he is without knowledge sufficient to admit or deny the allegations. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't know. Let me give you a probable translation on that line. Hunter Biden was toast out of his mind when he dropped it off and forgot to pick it up. That seems plausible, doesn't it? Yeah. Oddly enough, the press could settle with this very easily by asking Hunter Biden if the signature on the intake form is him, and we all know why he hasn't been pressed on the matter, though. Yeah. This is ludicrous. Hunter's signature is on the invoice. Hunter has done plenty of media interviews since 2020. It's beyond me why no reporter has shoved a copy of this signed invoice in Hunter's face and asked him if it's legit. I mean, seriously? Nobody's put that in his face and be like, hey, Hunter, is this your fucking signature right here, dog? Is this your signature, homeboy? Is this the signature Reno that you use? Yeah. Regardless, that's where we're sitting at with this whole entire situation. Joe Biden's son is trying to have his cake and eat it too, and we're just all supposed to sit down and take it because you know what? People get addicted to meth sometimes. People smoke crack, you guys. It's not something to make fun of, okay? And you know what? Hunter Biden is perfect example on how Joe Biden's war on drugs only made things a whole lot worse, isn't it? And now he's president again, and he's trying to fix shit, doing a terrible job. God damn it. Don't you just fucking love America? God, I love America. Just pray for Lunchy. Just pray for Lunchy. Yeah, pray for Lunchy. She was coughing and spitting up blood. We had to take her to the vet. And now we're waiting to see if she's going to survive or not survive. We don't know. It sucks. Oh, well. So that's where we kind of go with this one. Hunter Biden might have had a laptop or something out there, and he might have sued somebody over it, and it might be his. Maybe it's not his. I don't really know. I don't think it's up for me or you to decide who owns what laptop, all right? I'm not here to tell you who owns what. Yep. I ain't here to tell you whose laptop that is. I don't know whose laptop that is. It could be Hunter Biden's girlfriend's laptop for all I know. I don't know. But what I do know is that at least it's nice to still be running the show, though. Yep. So, breaking. Stanford partnered with Twitter, Biden, and administration to censor stories of vaccine side effects on Twitter? Bro. This seems to be like one of those Rumble only type stories where I couldn't even talk about this on the YouTube. And I do have it right here. I have seen it, right? Mr. Matt Taibbi, the journalist that's been a journalist for a really long time that some people call somewhat supposedly maybe partnerly. But yeah, apparently he's put out a rather interesting thread that will specifically says about how internet platforms were interoperating with each other to basically censor content, right? And specifically, this is talking about how Twitter was working through Stanford and the United States government, specifically the Joe Biden presidential administration, and how they were censoring people's speech online when in reference to, I mean, that thing that happened that everybody had to stay in their houses for or whatever that we don't talk about on the tubes, right? Because it's a sore subject for some people, but we will put it up there and say that it does show a very damning situation, because even when Matt Taibbi and Michael Schellenberger were testifying in front of the House, they talked about the Virality Project emails found in the Twitter files and describing that they were having anybody that was talking about these types of side effects was basically being wiped off of the platform. And they found the evidence that shows that, you know, there was an entire machine that was operating since 2021 called the Virality Project that was working directly with the United States government to basically launch an industry, or a cottage industry, a pan industry of monitoring for specific types of related content. And then each 6 major internet platforms were onboarded to the same Jira ticketing system, and they were sending out items for review. So honestly, what it really shows is that it's opening the thread to say that not only was it Twitter, not only was it Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whoever, Instagram, all of them were all interconnected in how they were basically censoring this style of content, right? So through the Reality Project reviewed content on a mass scale for Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Google, Instagram, Medium, TikTok, Pinterest. It knowingly targeted true material and legitimate political opinions, and often, while it was being factually wrong itself, it utilized its factually wrong understanding of things to basically censor people off of the internet. And obviously, this should come to as no surprise for anybody. Lucky, you shouldn't be surprised, because I'm not even surprised, right? Censorship happening, people working together, platforms were the final stakeholders in the VP effort. 6 social media platforms engaged with VP tickets. Facebook, including Instagram, Twitter, Google, including YouTube, TikTok, Medium, Pinterest, acknowledged content flag for reviewed and acted on it in accordance with their policies. And on occasion, platforms also provided information on the reach of narratives previously flagged by the VP, which provided a feedback loop leveraged to inform the project's understanding of policies and ongoing research. Yes, sir. They had a ticketing system where your post probably ended up in there if you were talking about, well, any number of topics. Specifically, the virality project seemed to have something to do with how things were going viral. You see what I did there? Do you see what I did there? But outside of that, like, what else could you have said or done in this situation to really understood? I mean, it's an important thing for 2 reasons, according to Matt Taibbi. One, as Orwellian proof of concept, the virality project was a smash success. The government, academia, and an oligopoly of would-be corporate competitors organized quickly behind a secret, unified effort to control political messaging across the internet landscape on the biggest platforms that were available, and there was literally nothing that you, me, or anybody else could do to stop it. Hell, we're still getting censored to this day. We never did anything wrong. We were right on everything that we said, right? And we still got punished for being right, even when we had all of the data, showed all the data. Isn't it just amazing what they do to you? Isn't it just amazing how all of this stuff gets wishy-washed into the second turning or the third turning or whatever they call that? Number 2 is that it accelerated the evolution of digital censorship, moving it from judging truth, untruth, to a new, scarier model, openly focused on political narratives at the expense of fact. Yes, the expense of fact. We live in a post-truth society, folks. We live in a post-truth world. These people control the social media platforms. They control the reach of people like me. That's why when we look at some of the stuff online, you got to realize is that this is like to-the-minute type journalism that people in newsrooms would only dream of. And then we've even met some people out there that try to get into this game, but even then, the grind for it isn't there. You have to be smart on how you speak. You have to understand that there are groups of people that claim to be smarter than you that are coming together to take you down, and it's going to be hard for you to take them down if you're doing it by yourselves. And I mean, if you think about this, dude, there's been coordinated censorship efforts on me and anybody else that talks about any of these types of topics. But the thing is what I've been saying to you for very many years is that these people exist. These think tanks are operating and they don't give no fucks about what you be thinking, dog. They will censor you and they won't even care about it. They'll censor you and go drink some adrenochrome right after that shit. They can give 2 fucks, bro. Hello, Twitter team. Happy Friday. I wanted to follow up with our conversation at the end of last year when we introduced the work that the Stanford team was starting up on vaccine disinformation response. Since we last spoke, we've begun a new partnership across the 3 academic organizations, Stanford, UP, CIP, NYU, CMAP, and collaborations with Graphica and the DFR Lab. Our analysts are chugging along, conducting monitoring across 7 internet factions, and we have identified in the space. Now that the partnership is underway, we would love to open up this conversation again to understand how we can best collaborate with the Twitter teams in this work. The same Jira system from the EIP is up and running, and we have an improved notification system to incorporate your feedback from our last chat. We would not have as short of an SLA as the election work, this is certainly a marathon, not a sprint. The goal would be to have a line of communication with your team by which we can raise vaccine-related disinformation narratives we are noticing either on Twitter or across the other platforms. Please let us know if you would be interested, and we can find some time to sync next week. Best, Isabella Garcia Camargo. Oh yeah, it gets a lot worse, folks. Oh boy, so you're saying is that not only were Stanford and all of these guys working together on a Jira system. For those of you that don't know what Jira is, something that I've actually used before, it's a ticket processing tracking system put out by Atlassian Products, utilized pretty much in every Fortune 500 company that I've ever worked for, regardless of whether it was Walmart or fucking Macy's or anything like that. They all utilize it in a board to create issues, send them over to people so people could work on it, and you can actually track progress for it. So you can see stuff that's in progress, things that have been reviewed, and then things that have been done. And so there's an entire situation that gives your entire team the ability to interconnect all of these different pieces of software into one unified relationship. And there's so many integrations that allow them to do so much cool things. I mean, well, at least cool things for them, like tracking time, job shit. That's what they're talking about, is like doing job shit. And I mean, there's more products than just Jira, right? They got Jira Service Management. They also got Confluence for that. And they're also the creators of Trello, which is a visual project management software. So they pretty much have everything. And Jira's a cool piece of software. It's not something that I would consider to be negative or bad. I just think that some people don't really understand what it's all for, Yeah. Jira's tolerable. Confluence sucks. Trello, it's all right. I used to have to use all three of these. It's just like so much stuff to have to know for no reason. So there you go. That's what they're talking about, setting up an online platform where they can communicate to basically censor individuals. And this entire thread seems to focus on how they were attacking the narrative. And it shows us the groundwork and the framework that was associated to not only just Twitter, but basically gives us kind of a look into how they were operating with YouTube and other platforms to get the censorship thing going even bigger. So I honestly can tell you that I probably show up in this thing at least a couple of times now. And it's getting a lot clearer to me that I got taken out the second or third time or whatever time by a group of individuals that were basically swinging their vaccine dicks across the internet when they didn't even know anything about it and they weren't educated to how this was there. Yeah, almost always reportable. It encourages platforms to target people, not poets, using a minority-style pre-crime logic, describing repeat offenders like Robert F. Kennedy, exposed of a large volume of content that was almost always reportable. Oh yeah, they always say shit that's reportable, so we're gonna report them out of there. Oh, you question it? You're gonna get in there a little bit bigger? Hone in on outgoing tactics and themes, including the increasingly popular narrative around natural immunity. That shit don't work no more. Breakthrough cases, medical freedoms, rare case events. Yeah. In a chilling irony, the VP ran searches on the term surveillance states, and an accountable state-partnered bureaucracy secretly searched it out. The idea that blanks are part of a surveillance state won its own thought crime bucket conspiracy. Wow. It kind of makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it, right? It don't make no sense to me. After about a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, can you get where we're actually going with all of this stuff, dude? They designed an apparatus to shut you down. And it's all there playing for everybody to see. Should you be shocked about it? Are you shocked? I'm not. At the end of the day, I'm just kind of baffled that this even exists. this situation even exists anymore. Like, how did this situation come to be in the first place? Who did this shit? Not me. It wasn't my idea, but I guess we're all gonna have to deal with it. And it's only, what, a day after 3 years? It's been 3 years and 1 day. And out of nowhere, here we are. And oh my God, we just got a super chat from Modima Rose for the
Rose
lunch.
has donated $19.99.
Thanks, Modima Rose, for that generous donation to the Lunchy Fund. We appreciate you, and we will definitely be using that for the Lunchy Get Well Fund. Lunchy, you gonna be doing all right? You good over there? You good over there, puppy? You good over there, puppy? You good over there, puppy? You live, Lunchy? I hope so. Yeah. I don't want to lose everything, but thanks a lot, Modima Rose. We appreciate your generous donation coming through like that. That's exactly what we like to see over here on the Griftcast. That's right. All right, let's pop into some other news now, folks. The New York Post says, I just lost half my money to this banking thing, says a tearful Sharon Stone. That's right. Sharon Stone lost all of her money. Well, half of her money to this banking collapse scam thing that everybody's been falling to. Let's take a little look. Let's just take a little look.
And you know it. The next thing you want to do costs more than you gave. And you know it. And I'm telling you what. My friends are worth more than you gave. And you know it. The people that stood up tonight right there, they're worth more than you gave, and you know it. The ones that stood up that lost people that they loved, they're worth more than you gave, and you know it. And I am standing here because I expect you to show it. And I mean it. And I know that that thing that you have to get on and figure out and text the money is difficult.
Yep.
I'm a technical idiot. But I can write a fucking check.
I can write a fucking check. Holy shit! We just got a new order in on the Griftcast IRL store. Christina just brought a Griftcast IRL women's flowery crop tee. And that obviously is going directly to the Lunchy Fund. So we appreciate you coming on down through for the Lunchy Fund. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thanks for getting some merch. See, isn't that cool? It pops right up there. Pops right up there.
And right now, that's courage too. Because I know what's happening.
I know what's happening.
My money to this banking thing.
What?
And that doesn't mean that I'm not here. My brother just died. And that doesn't mean that I'm not here.
She lost half her money
This is not an easy
to the banking
time
thing.
for any of us. This is a hard time in the world. But I'm telling you what, I'm not having some politician tell me what I can and cannot do. How I can and cannot live, and what the value of my life is and is not.
Damn, this bitch is acting crazy.
Stand up and say what you're worth. I dare you. That's what courage is.
Come on, Sharon Stone. All you got to do is make another one of those videos where you open up your legs and everybody sees your coochie and you got all your money back. Watch. You'll make it all back. I mean, you're a little older now, but there's still some old fuckers out there that be nasty. Stunning and brave. She's stunning and brave. Yeah, there is a market for the older ladies out there. Don't think, Granny, that just because you're 80, you can't get an OnlyFans girl. It might take you a little bit, but you start posting up on a Pornhub in the granny section, I guarantee you probably have a majorly big fan club. And God, that's gross, but you know what? We do gross things on the show. Wow. Gavin Newsom. This fucking guy definitely is trying to become president. And I mean, he might have just secured every single Californian's vote. Take a look-see. He's saying he's going to shut down San Quentin.
We're here to do more and be better. Not just asking you to do more, those that are incarcerated, and be better, but all of us to do more and be better, to reconcile.
Girl, you better have a cooch like
address
Belle Delphine or something, you know, something smooth and nice. You're trying to sell that shit.
2/3 of folks, the senator says, coming out of the prison every single year, you know, or at least within 3 years, violate some probation order or commit another damn crime. I mean, 2/3, and we perpetuate that system, and we call that system somehow public safety oriented. Where's the public safety in that? How do we serve the community? Knowing that 30,000 people every single year come out of our system.
He's fucking serious.
30,000 through CDCR every single year. 804 of you came out of this system
He's
last
fucking
year.
serious.
50 to 80 people every single month cycling back out into the community. That's reality. And how are people coming back? Are they...
Yeah, why do they keep going to jail? It's almost like they keep committing crimes or something.
We requested of the legislature $20
fucking
million
weird
to begin the design work to move this process along quickly.
San Quentin Rehabilitation Center.
We have changed the name of this facility, and we will formalize that as we process the next year and a half or two, where it's San Quentin Rehabilitation. Formally. San Quentin, respecting 1852, respecting what this institution means to a lot of people, keeping
keeping the name,
codifying our intent. We have to be in the homecoming business. It's not just about rehabilitation, it's about homecoming. 800 plus people.
Yeah, dude. They're going to rehabilitate these motherfuckers. They got to re-educate. Re-education centers. The San Quentin Re-education Center.
Nomenclature of, you know, Jesse Jackson feeling bitter.
Look at the culinary prison program in Michigan.
Wow. Prison in California is about to get really crazy. They want to preeminently be the preeminent restorative justice facility in the entire world. They're trying to be like them prisons in Denmark. They feel like if they had prisons like the ones that were in Denmark, they would be having a lot less issues with everything else that's happening over here. So, Governor Gavin Newsom is deciding that San Quentin needs to be no more. They're going to reinvent it because it's failed for far too long. And now it's going to become a rehabilitation center. Yes, and $20 million have been allocated to basically reimagine and repurpose the facility into something that's brand new. And I mean, honestly, it just sounds terrible for California, right? Because that's just going to be a lot of criminals that are going to be going in and out of the revolving door. And as they decriminalize more and more of this stuff, the gang situation is going to be getting even worse. So we're going to be sitting in a Demolition Man type life, I think. I think it's going to be like Demolition Man. I mean, if you don't think it's like Demolition Man, I don't know what the fuck you think about or whatever, but there's something strange happening with this particular situation. And I think it's a little bit weird, dude. Yeah, whatever. In other, I guess, more interesting news is Manhattan DA's office is asked for a meeting with law enforcement ahead of a possible Trump indictment that they're still anticipating on. Oh, yes, everybody can taste it. It's so fucking palpable. Are they going to indict the fucking former president of the United States so he can't run anymore? He got his Facebook back, got his Twitter back, got his YouTube back, and then they're going to throw his ass in prison. Can you fucking believe it? I can. It sounds exactly like the kind of move that they would do. But I mean, if they are actually meeting with law enforcement to see if they're trying to throw this motherfucker up in jail or something like that, they're probably trying to figure out if it's actually possible. I don't think it's possible. Yeah. It just kind of seems sad, right? It is sad. I don't know. Thanks, Manhattan DAs. You guys are dickholes. Whatever. Now, for a more interesting piece of news from The Guardian. So everybody's been saying how this whole chat GPT thing is probably a bad idea. And now the CEO of OpenAI is saying that he's even a little bit scared. Sam Altman stresses that they need to guard against negative consequences of technology as the new version of ChatGPT-4 has been released, and it's able to pass the bar test at 10%, which is better than most lawyers out. Or it's basically able to pass the bar in the 10% percentile, where it does better than basically almost everyone, which is hilarious. But now Altman is saying that this controversial technology really needs to be safeguarded here. We really need to be careful because people are capable of doing some pretty wild, interesting, and amazing shit with this chat GPT. Sure, you can get it to write songs for you and do some kind of mundane shit, but I've gotten the thing to literally write code for me, and I even had it write code that allowed me to basically install it locally on my computer and have a direct feedback with them that allowed me to save my chats and stuff locally, where I don't even have to utilize the web system anymore, although it does cost a lot more money. So, or it's not really a lot more money, I just don't want to have to be spending AI credits, so I still do it on the web browser because I already paid the $20 anyways. But yeah, the latest version of ChatGPT, which is GPT-4, is literally doing some fucking crazy shit. It scored a 90% on the bar exam, near perfect score on high school SAT math, and it can write computer code in most programming language without any issue whatsoever. And the code's actually pretty good. It's not like the code that we were getting from the other one, where sometimes it would spit out code, sometimes it won't spit out code. Like, this thing is pretty much capable now, to the point where if I ask it to write something, it'll write me what I want it to write, and that code's definitely going to be a workable version of the code, which is pretty fucking crazy if you ask me. Honestly, I mean, there'll be people who don't put some safety limits in how they interact with it, and that's what they've been trying to do, but it's been pretty fucking easy to jailbreak this thing to the point where it's not even a problem to do it anymore. And for the most part, like, you gotta ask yourself for a bunch of help when you're actually utilizing the model, because the model can pretty much do many different things, and there's people already that are utilizing multiple of these different models. So it's like they're utilizing ChatGPT-4, GPT-3, GPT 3.5, and they're having GPT-4 give tasks to the smaller AIs and basically having them do stuff for it. And they're able to orchestrate a whole lot of different systems interconnected together, and each of them has their own individual AI system associated to managing it. So it's almost like a little like guy that's there, and it's a scary technology because they're still having to limit it, but you can still jailbreak it through words. And I don't think that there's ever going to be a way of stopping somebody from using it in a negative way. And now people are making crazy headway over here with how they're utilizing it. People are becoming millionaires by just spending some money on it. So I think it's fine time for me to start figuring out what AI process I'm going to have it create for me so I can become a billionaire. Why not? Anybody could do it, right? I mean, if it's going to fucking end up killing us and shit, might as well have a little bit of a decent time while we're, working on the whole thing, right? Right. Now, imagine this. You're a police officer. Nay, you're the chief of police, and you just got pulled over in your driveway by a police officer, and you've been drinking. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Well, Oklahoma body cam footage of a cop and an officer basically shows dude saying like, dude, turn your body cam off,
Back
bro.
in your car.
Turn.
Drunk?
No, Captain.
Huh? A what?
Captain.
Of what? Don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car.
Don't reach in your pocket.
16 Shelmington 6 on Henry Lincoln Edward 497.
He's like, turn off your camera.
Have a seat.
I will. I'm not.
I'm not drunk.
You've been drinking tonight.
I just got a ride.
You've been drinking tonight, sir.
I'm a captain on the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
What division?
Investigations.
Turn your camera off.
What are you doing pulling in here?
My mom and I stay here.
You been drinking?
Uh-oh. You been drinking?
How much we had to drink tonight, sir? Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle.
I'm not turning my camera off.
You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, we're not gonna get a return on it. You may begin.
We're not going to get a return on it. Uh-oh, he's drunk as shit. This dude's merch level drunk.
Turn that off,
I cannot, sir.
please.
I know you're aware of our body cam policy.
Please.
You know I cannot turn off this body
I
camera.
do, but I'd like to talk to you.
I can't do that, sir.
Please.
Can you turn the body cam off, please?
I'd like to talk to you.
Are you going to do the test or not?
Will you please talk to me?
I'll talk to you once we're
You
done.
can turn it off, you can turn it on.
I can turn it off once I'm done with my investigation, sir.
Okay.
Yep. Imagine that. You're the chief of police or something like that. And yes, Captain James French got pulled over by a police officer last week while he was swerving down the road. And he tried to weasel his way out of his ticket, and he was telling the guy to turn off his body cam and all this other good shit. And I mean, when you're part of the cops situation, you know, sure, if you're in your zone, you might be able to get away with something like this. But if you're in somebody else's jurisdiction, you're kind of left to the wolves, my friend. And this guy really didn't do himself any favors by telling the dude to turn off his camera. He should have just noticed that the thing was on and shut the fuck up. But, of course, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And yeah, he was wasted. Yeah, he was wasted for sure. Absolutely, positively, outwardly, completely drunk out of his fucking ass. Which is pretty crazy if you ask me. Not worried. Glad they took him off of the road. It's just another example of when you see these cop guys that try to act like they're so much better than the rest of us, yet they make the same mistakes that everyone else does. Yep. There's always mistakes that people are making, and hey, maybe he's gonna learn a pretty good one over here. I don't know. Yeah, we don't know what his bugged alcohol level or anything else like that was. World's top climate scientists told us to cover up the fact that the Earth's temperature hasn't risen for the last 15 years. Leaked United Nations report reveals the world's temperature hasn't risen for 15 years. What? Are you serious? International Governance on Panel on Climate Change says that the climate hasn't raised in anything? Are you kidding me? This can't be real, dude. But yes, leaked documents seen by the Associated Press yesterday revealed deep concerns among politicians about the lack of global warming over the past few years. Germany called for references in the slowdown of warming to be deleted, saying that looking at the time span of just 10 or 15 years was misleading, and they should focus on decades or centuries. Hungary worried about the report would provide ammunition for deniers of man-made climate change. Belgium objected, using the 1998 as a starting year for statistics, as it looked exceptionally warm and makes the graph look flat, suggested using 1999 or 2000 instead to give an upward pointing curve. The United States delegation even weighed in, urging authors of the report to explain away the lack of warming using the leading hypothesis among scientists that the lower warming is down to more heat being absorbed by the ocean, which has got hotter. So, yeah, apparently there's been a lack of global warming. I didn't know this. This is weird. It kind of leads into what I've been telling people about the fact that we're probably going into some sort of ice age, so you should really get yourself acclimatized to living in these freezing temperatures and conditions. I mean, isn't that what that story Snowpiercer was about too? Oh, right. Yeah. They were having an ice age and they had to get onto a train to survive. Forgot about that. Yeah. The last IPCC assessment report was published in 2007 has been subject of huge controversy after it had corrected the embarrassing claim that the Himalayas would melt by 2035. It was then engulfed in ClimateGate scandals surrounding the leaked emails allegedly showing scientists involved trying to manipulate their data looking more convincing. Although several inquiries found no wrongdoing, the latest report, which runs 2,000 pages, would be shown to representatives from all 195 governments next week at a meeting in Stockholm, who can discuss alterations if they would choose to make it. But since it was issued to governments in June, they have raised hundreds of objections about the 20-page summary for policymaker, which sums up the findings of the scientists. What it says will inform renewable energy policies and how consumers and the businesses will pay for them. Yes. The climate change, guys. So they're trying to figure out how they're going to lock it all down and how they're going to keep us on the down and outs for the rest of this here time. So hopefully you're ready for all that shit. It's going to be coming up on the up and up here in the near future. You're just going to kind of have to deal with it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's basically all I gotta really say. Is just like, wow. Wow. Yeah, it's just a wow type situation. It is a wow type situation. We're all just kind of like in the wows in the nose. So, there we go. We got you guys some news and shit today. It was a little bit later than we normally do it. But we did it. We'll be back tomorrow with Lunchy. I got to make sure we're watching her and making sure everything's going all right with her. But I do want to say thank you for everybody popping on through and joining us for this late night edition of the Griftcast. Hopefully my little puppy's going to be doing all right. And I do appreciate you guys coming on through and supporting this little thing that we do over here. Through all the ups and downs, at least we still got a couple of folks out here hanging with us. And I appreciate you guys. So I'm going to give Lunchy lots of kisses. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the next episode, where we're going to keep the format alive and just pray to God and hope that, my birthday week is going to be good, because 21st is coming up in a few days. And I hope we have a good one. I don't know, though. So far, it's been kind of weird. But we appreciate y'all, guys. Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Either way, much love to you. Hope you guys have a great night. Adios. Be well. Have a good one, my friends.